attention gain. You see, you know, when I do these shows, when I do these podcasts, I appreciate your participation within the comment section oh so dearly. But when Zoe 70 is cooking, when Zoe 70 is going to work, when Zoe 70 is laying down the law, I need you guys to let me do what I do. Because trust me, you're not here yet. You're not there yet. Yes, there are a few. Wisdom Sparks, Brand Smith, Zelda. Yes, there are a few that can understand what I'm saying. But a lot of you, trust me, you're not there yet. I'm only bringing you information that you don't know yet. And just because you don't know doesn't mean you're right. Hold on, please. Zelda with the donation. Zoba the legend is back. Nintendo's the future. Of course. Nintendo's the future. Nintendo's the future, and the future is now, my friend. We'll get into it tonight. Thank you so much for the donation, Zelda. Trust me. Let me go to work. Let me cook. Let me do what I do. You know what I'm saying? When I did last week's episode, that was one of my lowest videos ever that I've ever done on this channel. When I was talking about the images and imagery that we're going to be seeing in Horizons of Forbidden West and that we've already seen in Horizon Zero Dawn, when I'm coming after Sony, when I'm coming after the corporations, I get it. I get it. You want to come in, you want to say, what does this got to do with gaming? What are you talking about? Changing the topic, start talking about random garbage games that you got on sale, you know? You want to talk about the last anime chapter that you watch. I get it. It's a little too heavy. It's a little too thick. But trust me, I know when the war is on. I know when the battle is on. Trust me. Just because you don't know what I'm talking about doesn't mean I'm attacking you or I'm attacking your intelligence. Let me work. Y'all not here yet. You're not here yet. Please let me go to work. Please let me go to work. I had a comment last week from a person of color that told me, what does this have to do with gaming? Trust me, I'm just countering back. I'm battling their politics with politics. We'll get into that later as well. Trust me, I have the perfect counter to their check, and I feel like it's the perfect checkmate. So trust me, when you see me going to work, this isn't an attack on you and your intelligence. Let me go to work because there's a higher demonic energy that I'm going after. And trust me, all my time on YouTube, if you ever thought I was a troll, you ever thought I was a hater, you ever thought I was attacking you, trust me, it wasn't. It was only simply for the greater of the good. At the time, you might not understand what your father was punishing you for. At the time, you might not understand what your father was trying to explain. At that time, when you have a younger age, you might not understand what is going on. But as life goes through, you start to see where your father was coming from. Not only that, you start to pick up on the mannerisms and the teachings of your father, and then you can pass that information on to the next generation, to the next generation, to the next generation. Am I saying I'm the father? No. Am I saying I'm your father? No. I'm just trying to explain how somebody who can be advanced, more advanced than you are, it's no disrespect to you who you are, because you're not there yet. A lot of people are just not there yet. I know we all believe that we are greater than what we greatly are, including me at times. Even me at times, I can feel like I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. And sometimes the Most High will have to come in and tell me to slow down. But trust me, when I do things, it's always for a reason. I've been telling you guys that there has been a battle between the gaming media and you for a very long time. And a lot of people, I've been doing months. For the past year, I've been letting you guys know that there's a great war coming. There is a great war coming. And I just don't think you guys are bright enough to know that what's going on. When I was going after the Alana Pierces and the Parises and the Greg Millers, even Phil Spencer, I knew. Doug Bowser, Jim Ryan, I knew this is where it was going to come. Oh, we're just getting started. Only thing that concerns me is that I just don't think we're ready. I think we will lose. If we don't wake up and start to fight back. Trust me, the gaming media, we'll get into it, but the gaming media is not constructing this war against you for no reason. No, they're not. The gaming media is constructing this war against you because they know you're the ones with the power. You're just too stupid to understand it. The moon doesn't bark back at the dog. The dog barks at the moon. And the gaming media would not be attacking you on a daily basis unless you're the ones with the power. So they're going to come out and call us sexist, racist, homophobic, trolls. I got that one over the past couple of years. Fanboys. Fanboy wars. And for those of you who think, well, I'm not part of this, I'm not part of that, I'm not part of this. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Sexism in gaming. In joining G4. This is not what I thought we were going.
They have no idea.
I'm listening. Yeah.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous hosts.
Hold on.
It somehow it has.
Isn't that the guy you guys used to idol worship this guy? Or maybe you probably still do. What's his name? What's the black guy that I don't know him? I've heard his name in my circles over the years. Talk to him, Frost. Is that how black people talk? What's his name, guys? Isn't that the guy you guys used to idol worship over the years because he was able to share the same taste in, I don't know, cartoons or Japanese manga clippings? Did he do that? I know his name. What is his name, guys? What is his name? You guys would know better than me. The Black Hokage. Got an echo going for the video. Hold on. Oh, for the video. Not for me, right? Not for me, right? Is the echo for me, or is it because the video that I'm playing? You know, I actually liked this female, and I still do. Well, you know, I want to say I like. You know, let's not get too far. Zelda back. The stale station and the media must be stopped. And its media must. Ooh, nice. I like that, Zelda. And the stale station and its media should be stopped. We will. We'll win. We're going to win. It's the video. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Let me make sure everything's good, you know. Thank you so much, Zelda, for the donation. I actually like this female. I really didn't have a problem with her, and I still don't have a problem with her after this rant. The woman's going to do what the woman's going to do. Even though she might be trying to give off some type of masculine facade here, her rant here is even feminine. You know, her rant, I really don't know what the hell her real battle is. Is she mad because she's not as attractive as the previous host before her, like Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb? Her rant is even non-coherent. It's jumbled up. It's full of confusion. And notice that she dropped her rant, and the people on the cast, the men on the show, didn't even know she was going to go here. So they dropped it on the male cast. This was Black Hokage and the other brother that they have to the left, he must be some type of different race. I don't know these people. I don't watch them. I don't worship them. They're dropping things on you guys, and your reaction better be talk to him, False. Talk to him. Talk to him, False. Who does that? Is the Black Hokage on the show to bring the black element? Is that the black element right there? Is that what black people do? Is when women go in these feminist tirades, we're charging them up by saying, let's go, talk to him, baby. Oh, okay, all right. I would have loved to have been on that show. I would have got in trouble because they would have brung this rant up on me, and I wouldn't have been like, yo, I would have been trying to bring that black element. They would have fired my ass because they would have pulled me into the room and said, hey, hi, Zobi, how you doing, man? Great job out there, man. But come on, can you blacken it up a bit? They would have get me the hell up out of there. We're going to need you to blacken it up a bit, man. We're going to need you to be clapping your hands. We're going to need you to go start saying some dynamites. We're going to need your eyes to be bucking. We're going to need that bottom lip to be pink, and we need you to be dragging around for 24 for the remainder of the show. Not me. If she would have been ranting, I would have not cut her off because I want to hear what she has to say. But I just would have sat there and I would have been quiet, and I just would have listened to everything she had to say. And after she got done, I would have just smiled. I actually like this person right here. I didn't have a problem with her. This rant here is coming out of nowhere, and it means absolutely nothing. It's a nothing burger. She's coming on here and she's talking about that she's not attractive. I guess this is what she believes, is that people don't like her because she's not as attractive as Olivia Munn or Morgan Webb. Respectfully, I didn't think Morgan Webb was all that hot. I never thought Morgan Webb was all that hot. I didn't watch G4 TV because I thought Morgan Webb was hot. I watched it because I respected Morgan Webb as a reviewer. Man, I'm so old, man. I remember when G4 TV didn't even have Morgan Webb. They had some other female. I don't know what her name was. She was only there for a few episodes, but excellent at their job. Excellent at their job. Morgan Webb and Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler in G4 TV was nothing like this. I don't know if this is G4 TV. I don't know if this is Attack on the Show. I don't even know what the hell this is. X-Play. I don't know what this is. But it had nothing to do with this. It was two people that were able to come on and they were able to break down gaming in such a great way that I was able to get behind. And I really respected those two back in the day when it pertains to gaming, when it came to their opinion on video games. And I still respect Morgan Webb to this day. Not because of her looks. Never because of her looks. I never thought she was all that attractive. There were times where I was looking at her and I was trying to form some type of attraction to her. I couldn't do it. And I don't mean this to be disrespectful. I respected her for her gaming knowledge and her reviews. That was it. Olivia Munn, on the other hand, I thought she was cute. I thought she was cute. When she was younger, she was cute. She was some type of Asian, half Caucasian type of girl. I didn't like Attack of the Show back in the day. I thought it was boring. I really didn't even know what the hell the show had to do with anything like that. But I did like when Attack of the Show and X-Play would come together and they would host G4 or something like that. I thought they did an excellent job there. I don't think Olivia Munn is attractive today. I don't know. She did some type of tampering with her face. And that's whatever she decided to do. She decided to choose to do that and whatever. Not only that, with the tampering of the faces, as you get older, as you get a little bit wiser, and as you start to pay attention to certain celebrities in certain circles of celebrities. I saw Olivia Munn when Dwayne Wade was out of town. This is all alleged, but this is what I saw. When Dwayne Wade was out of town, I saw Olivia Munn was hanging out with Gabrielle Union. I thought that was very interesting. So what are they doing hanging out? She was spending the night over Gabrielle Union. Yeah, girls' night. We're Olivia Munn's at the house. What the hell is Olivia Munn from Tech TV doing at Gabrielle Union's house? I don't know. This is all alleged. I'm just throwing that out there. I have no proof about Olivia Munn and whatever she's doing behind the scenes. I just want you guys to put the pieces together. Alleged.
Has somehow been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a compliment.
I don't know. The thing that bothers me the most about this rant is number one, I have no idea what the hell she's talking about. Number two, we have Black Hokage in the corner cheering her on, and I don't even know what the hell I don't even know he thinks understand what's going on. But it's like, what bothers me the most is like, what does this have to do with gaming? What does this have to do with the history of X-Play? What does this have to do with Olivia Munn? Why was Morgan Webb bring into this? What does what is the fascination of 5 or 6 trolls in the comment section? I'm pretty sure there are thousands upon thousands of people in that comment section that are praising G4 for its return, praising X-Play. But they're focusing on the minority. And they're making it seem like it's the majority. And I've never, ever seen this before. I've never in my life have I seen where the corporations these corporations that are so powerful are creating our activists, and these said activists that work for these corporations are coming after just trolls. It's weird. Even now with my small channel, don't even respond to trolls. I never responded to trolls. You guys never saw me in the comment section fighting and going back and forth.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Yeah. But I watched G4 hire Olivia Munn. And when I saw Olivia Munn, I'm telling you, years ago, I saw her, and that's when I started to notice my male attraction towards a female. Was she all that? No. But she was a cute girl. I was like, oh, that's a cute little Asian, Caucasian looking girl. She's kind of hot. But that's not my fault. Why is it our fault as a man that we find another woman attractive? It's not my fault. G4 is the one that hired Olivia Munn. G4 is the one that made Olivia Munn bobble for hot dogs. G4 was the one that made Olivia Munn lick the PSP. Lick the front and the back of the PSP. We didn't do that. G4 was the one that made Olivia Munn a sexual object. Now in 2022, you're blaming us because we found that attractive? Even though that was all G4's doing, you're not going to blame the corporation. You're not going to blame the people that hired you. In the beginning of your rant, you said you were so ecstatic that you were working for G4, and yet G4 was the one that created this. This is crazy. I cannot believe that the activists are coming after the people. The activists are supposed to be working for the people, not for the corporations.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
And
What?
that's obvious sexism. You don't need to
What the, hold on, guys.
justify women or declare that you
Hold on,
hate
please,
women
please.
to be
Hold on,
sexist.
hold on, hold on,
Just
hold on,
go
hold
ahead
on.
and check out
Hold on. We got another donation. Miggity, what's up, man? How you doing? I think this woman was just insecure. Yeah. I get that. I get that. But I feel like there's always a bigger picture here. Insecurities, whatever. Okay. We all have our insecurities. But why is G4 allowing this woman to take up their platform where they're supposed to be breaking down the games and in tech? To be honest, I don't know what the hell they're even doing on G4 anymore. I'm subscribed to G4, but I they would come on and I would never click on it because it's not G4. It's not X-Play. The format that they had back in the day was great. They made it more about the games than they did about building idols. She's making all this about her when this is supposed to be all about the games. It's supposed to be all about the games. I don't understand why this is all about her and a couple of minor Sony fanboys in the chat room that are hating on her. Thank you so much for the donation, Miggity Swiggity. What does Black Hokage talk about? She cooking, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Is that what black people do?
Sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at X-Play, our reviews are written and produced by a team of people. There are too many games for one person to shoulder the burden. So we divide and conquer. And when we use language like we or I, that's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience of the reviewer reading that review. And that's not to say that Gerard, TBH, Adam, or myself don't contribute to the reviews. We absolutely do. But it'll always be in varying degrees and take a whole team behind us.
I don't really care about you. And I'm telling you, I don't think the people really care about you. You guys are making it about yourselves. Nobody cares about you. We just want to see the games. We want you to talk games. That's it. That's it. That's all we care about is the games. And when you start to go on these little, whatever this little tirade is, you're automatically going to get the trolls riled up. And by the trolls getting riled up, you can just use that as more ammo to demonize the gamer, to decredit the gamer. And take away our power. Slowly but surely, they have been taking the power away from the gamer, and that is you. You guys are the ones. I told you guys that last week when you see these developers, you'll see Phil Spencer, you'll see Jeff Keighley, you'll see Jim Ryan. They got this whole campaign now where it's, we want to thank 343 Studios for creating. We want to thank all of the people over there at Housemark, right? Back then when I was growing up, they always wanted to say, you know what? First of all, we want to thank the fans. You guys are the ones. Without you guys, we're nothing. They don't even do that anymore. They didn't even acknowledge you guys. When you go out there and support the Game Pass, when you go out there and support PlayStation exclusives, which not many of you do. When you know, and just a couple weeks ago, I then shed it into tears because what's the Japanese brother that works at Nintendo? He used to work on the Mario games back in the day. What is his name? You guys are smarter than me. You guys would know. Well, what is that guy's name? That he used to make the Mario games back in the day. He had full control over the Mario games. What is his name, guys? Brad Smith with the donation. just seems like one of the big grifts by G4. Pretty much nobody cared about its reboot, and it was just to generate press and word of mouth. Yes, but they're bleeding. You're 1,000% correct, Brandon Smith. But they're bleeding subscribers, and I've seen this before, where they would attack people within the media, and then when they lose the support, they find a way to attack those same people again. I remember a horrible movie came out years ago, a couple years ago. They remade the Charlie's Angels. I apologize. They remade the Charlie's Angels movie. And before the movie came out, they were talking about, we don't want any white cis men supporting, coming and watching our movies. The Charlie's Angels movie flopped. It mega, tripled, quadruple flopped. And then they came out with an article talking about the Charlie's Angels movie didn't flop. The Charlie's movie flopped. The Charlie's Angels movie flopped because men didn't come out to see the movie. So when G4 falls and crumbles because it's losing subscribers drastically, it was already a bad show. The people who are still there now, they're going to fall off anyway because it was bad. It was bad. I clicked on it one time and I said, what? This ain't G4. What is this? They're going to find some way to blame you once again when G4 is in the crapper, you know? And then some other publication will pick her up and say, oh, that was the girl that was on G4 and she made that rant. She was so brave. Let's pick her up and she can work over here. She'll be fine. They'll just get transferred to somewhere else. And I guaranteed you, wherever they go to, they won't be doing some big old rants. So maybe this was just her way to do some type of job application for another liberal site because she can see the forest of the trees that this G4 thing is a complete and utter disaster. Talk to him, Frost. Frost ain't gonna bring you along when she moves on to her next gig, Black Hokage. You have to come back into the bucket with us here in YouTube and pretend to like anime again. Yeah, Miyamoto. Thank you, chat room. Miyamoto came out. They did this top 100 Nintendo. They did this top 100 games of all time, right? And like on this top 100 games, damn near the whole list was filled with Nintendo exclusives. And Miyamoto took to the Nintendo Japanese Twitter account, and he thanked the fans. He didn't come out and say thank you to the Mario developers, thank you to the Metroid developers, thank you to this. He came out and he specifically thanked the fans. The creator of Smash Brothers, the man that comes out and does the Smash Directs, he came out after he was done with the whole Smash Brothers thing. He was like, yo, the best thing for you guys to do is just forget about me. He didn't want the accolades. He didn't want the rewards. He didn't want to be paraded around like other developers, Kojima. He said, you know, the best thing for you to do is just forget about me. I made Smash Brothers for you. It's not about me. Trust me, you guys are the ones. You're the ones with the power. What you guys did with The Last of Us 2 is something that the gaming media, all of them, hate us for. They hate us for what we did with this Last of Us 2. They didn't know we had that much power. So now they are going on their campaign to take away your power so that we never have another Last of Us 2 situation thus again. A game where they're blatantly disrespecting men, putting some of the most demonic images you've ever seen known to man. And yet us, the gamers, single-handedly took The Last of Us 2 down. Go look at The Last of Us 2 sales right now. They are completely pathetic on what this AAA game was supposed to be. The numbers that this game was supposed to be. Before the year started, they were already, before the game even came out, they were already parading this game around as the game of the century. And you guys destroyed it. They do not like the power that you people have. Are there trolls in the chat room? Am I trying to excuse the trolls? Yes, I am giving a pass for the trolls. Trolls are going to do what the trolls are going to do. Come on. Why do we all have to be punished because for a couple of trolls? Trolls have access to do what they want. This is America, baby. This is what it is. Trolls are going to troll. I encourage trolling. Guys, I've always encouraged trolling in the chat room. For those of you who have been with me as long as you've been with me, man, I've always encouraged the trolls, man. Turn up. We don't lighten up, we tighten up. We kick a man while he's down. Aren't these the sayings that I've given you guys? Why do I say these things? Because I'm not trying to restrict I'm not trying to restrict anybody, man. I'm not trying to take away people's rights. And especially, I don't want nobody to lose. I don't want gamers all over the globe to lose their rights because we hurt somebody's feelings on G4 TV. I'm not trying to lose my power that I have because I've hurt some females' feelings on G4 TV. Do your job. That's it. Do your job. And that is talk about the games. That's what we're here for. We didn't fall in love with G4 TV because it was because of Morgan Webb and Olivia Munn. Those are new cast members, man. For those of us who are old enough to remember, no, man, they knew in comparison to how long Tech TV and all that's been there. And they came on. G4 hired them to be the eye candy. And now you're telling me it's not fair that I found them attractive? You should be happy that you made it to G4 TV, even though you're not the image of beauty. You're there for a reason. I don't know if you're there to bring chaos. I don't know if you're there to bring Marxism. I don't know if you're there to bring globalism. But I feel like you're there because you're good at what you do. And that is hopefully is talk about games, even though I haven't seen this person. No, that's a lie. When I heard you talk about games, I respected it. You made it. You got the grand prize. You're on G4 TV.
That's why we're X-Play and not Adam Play. We have done the experiment.
Look at Adam Sessler. What a complete simp.
Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script.
I don't know what the hell she's talking about, guys.
The one flamed. And yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH, but that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does. Both things can be true, that there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that all receive special flame just for being a woman. And I wish I could turn the camera around so you can see the incredible team that makes X-Play. Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby. It goes on and on and on. Former writers that are now on ATOS like Vanessa. When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current X-Play experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't quite put your finger on why, even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with any part of it. You're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day and you're gatekeeping the gaming space. So maybe for 2022, we'd be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
I gotta dap you up, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. What's the clapping for? She just destroyed G4. I don't understand the excessive. I don't get it. I don't understand her rant. She feels like she's being targeted because she's a woman, because she's reading off of a script. I don't know. I really don't understand what this is. Only thing I can't understand is that it's just more fuel to add to the fire to come after you. That's all. That's all. And me, since day one, since I first started YouTube, go back and watch my first cringe-worthy video, I always made it, hey, I'm just, it was about y'all. It was about building a community of weirdos that can come together and enjoy some of the most weirdest and strangest stuff. The war is on, people. The war is on. They're gonna. It's getting so bad that they are scraping at the bottom of the barrel to respond to a couple of trolls, which I've never seen anything like this before. Just so they can prove that we need to do something about how terrible and sexist and demonic these men are. The war is on, fellas. Trust me, I wasn't doing my videos because I was just coming after Sony. And the thing is, that really bothers me is, hold on. Did I put it in my notes? Hold on, guys. Did I put it in my notes? I should have deleted all this. I don't know why I have all this garbage here. Hold on. We got a lot to get into tonight. How you guys doing? You guys okay? Am I going a little too slow? Am I moving a little bit too fast? Here it is. See, this is why. This is what it really. This is the reason why. This is the reason why she went on that rant. Because I think this is like her second time. Listen to this.
Wait, I like hyped up. Okay, yeah, Starfield's great. Obsidian, amazing. I actually think Xbox is going to have a hell of a 2022. I think they're going to absolutely smoke Sony until Sony get their act together right now. I think the PlayStation is kind of dead man walking.
Oh, wow.
Pay attention.
Wait, I like hyped up. Okay, yeah, Starfield's great. Obsidian, amazing. I actually think Xbox is going to have a hell of a 2020.
I hate when this computer does this.
Starfield's great. Obsidian, amazing. I actually think Xbox is going to have a hell of a 2022. I think they're going to absolutely smoke Sony until Sony get their act together right now. I think the PlayStation is kind of dead man walking.
Oh, wow. You get to have the emails from the Sony Defense Force, not me. You get to have the emails from the Sony Defense Force, not you get to have the emails from.
You know, it's. I want y'all to notice something. Like, look.
Dead man walking.
Look.
Oh, wow. You get to have the emails from the Sony Defense Force.
This is the thing that really pisses me off. Because this is how it started. This is her second time coming after PlayStation. And we know that the internet is dominated by PlayStation fans. We know that. Not in the real world. In the real world, Nintendo is king. I'll say that one more time. In the real world, Nintendo is the king. But on the internet, PlayStation fanboys dominate this circle. It dominates the circle PlayStation fanboys dominate the internet so much that they got Adam Sessler.
Kind of dead man walking.
Oh, wow. You get to have the emails from
stumbling and fumbling and bumbling. That's his second time stumbling and fumbling and bumbling because on this X-Play or whatever this is, somebody came out. The last time it was her, and then before that, it was the Black Hokage. And, you got to deal with the Sony fanboys. Oh my God, the Sony fanboys. What's all this fear for the Sony fanboys? And then when you speak out, you don't come after the Sony fanboys. Who it is? Who that's the ones that are coming after you. No. We let the Sony fanboys run wild. Because really, the Sony fanboys are not saying anything. And not only that, Sony has created a culture where the Sony fanboy can run rampant. As a matter of fact, Sony gives the Sony fanboy the fuel to be toxic. Well, Phil Spencer is telling the Xbox side to not participate in the Sony war, the console war. The Sony fanboys, Jim Ryan, Sony, they don't do that. They don't never come out and say the Sony fanboys, you need to stand down and stand by. Never. They give them the fuel. I've been doing this internet thing long enough where I've watched each generation where they will come after certain platforms. These are the head executives at PlayStation. I remember they came after handheld gaming. For modern day, I remember they came after achievement systems. For modern day, I remember when they came after Game Pass. We don't see any sustainability in a Game Pass functionalities. Meanwhile, Sony is currently working on their own Game Pass equivalent. I remember they came after the Wiimote and then turned right back around and made the Move mode. I remember they came after backwards compatibility. Saying that the backwards compatibility is the highest requested feature, and yet it's the lowest used feature on all of the backwards compatibility consoles. And why would anybody want to play old games? I've watched Sony give the Sony fanboys those gems, those nuggets. And the Sony fanboys will take that and regurgitate it within the community. I've watched Sony come after recently Japanese games, and then the Sony fanboys. This is Sony. This is PlayStation, the king of Japan. Sony fanboys took that nugget and they flipped it and said, who cares about Japanese games? So this is the reason why I say, hey, man, I like her. She was bold enough to come out and say something on a platform that is dominated by PlayStation fans. And even Adam Sessler told her, yo, you're going to get backlash from the PlayStation Nation. This is on you. He threw it on her. I just don't appreciate that she's taking it and flipping it and throwing it back at all of us. When it's just, let's keep it real. It's only just a couple of minor Sony fanboys. That's who it is. It's always who it's been. Whenever you see the most toxic comments on the internet from Alana Pierce when God of War got delayed, it was a Sony fanboy. And yet they blamed all of us. When Tomb Raider was exclusive to the Xbox, it was a console exclusive. On the Xbox at first, they came after the Tomb Raider voice actor. It's always the Sony fanboys, but for some strange reason, all of us keep getting the blunt and getting attacked, and they never call out Sony and the Sony fanboys. Never. Look at this. Look at this. Any other time, I don't care. You guys are losers. If you don't like it, then peace, right? You don't like what we're saying, then peace. You got IGN stumbling and fumbling over Sony fanboys. Look, look. We got a 2-for-1 for you guys. Oh, no. That's not the video. I'm sorry. We got a 2-for-1 for you right here, guys. Hold on. Got a lot of notes, guys. Got a lot of notes tonight. We're going to be here for a while. So you guys better get comfortable. This is the guy that does the reviews. I was trying to wonder who was the guy that was doing all these PlayStation reviews. He's got that real feminine voice. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm like, damn, do people talk like that? I don't trust no man coming up to me talking about, yeah, and then I was like, I'm like, oh my God. Look. That's him. This is him.
Jonathan, what was the most recent sales numbers that Sony reported for the PS5?
The last number we got from them was about 13.4 million. I think that was the quarter that ended and that they reported on around the October space.
What the frick? Every time I go to StreamYards, it makes the thing skip. Hold on.
Recent sales numbers that Sony reported for the PS5.
Look.
The last number we got from them was about 13.4 million. I think that was the quarter that ended and that they reported on around the October space or so. So we don't have holiday sales. I would guess if supplies were working as they were, it's probably a little closer to 14 or between 14 and 15 at least. But to Ryan's point, PlayStation fans might be upset by it sometimes, but I think it's.
Why do you care? Why does the gaming media care about PlayStation fans so goddamn much? To the point where they start stumbling and fumbling and apologizing. And look at this.
PlayStation fans might be upset by it sometimes, but I think it's great that the two are so neck and neck.
Who cares if they're so freaking upset? The PlayStation fanboys are the only community in gaming that have the least amount of power. Why? They don't buy their games. They don't support the developers. Yeah, you got Insomniac, you got Housemarque, you got Horizon. These games are flopping. You have a user base that's well with over 120 to 130 million, and they're only able to muster up 10 million through discounts and freebies? Man, what are you talking about, man? 8 million is great, man. 10 million is awesome, dude. Well, not according to Sony. I was doing videos over the years saying how much of an unmitigated disaster, how much of a flop these games really were doing. And a lot of people were going, what are you talking about, man? PlayStation games are selling out of the wazoo. For a new IP, they're selling great. Not according to Sony. I was the one to call it out. I was the first and only person to call it out. You probably don't know because they shadow banned my videos. You didn't get access to those videos. But I know what's going on behind the scenes. I know that those games are nothing more than unmitigated disasters. I know that they're nothing more than simple flops. I know. I don't know how a community that has no buying power. Microsoft Game Pass is selling out the wazoo. Nintendo exclusives selling out of the wazoo. Sony exclusives are flopping left and right. And yet the internet, IGN, G4 TV, everybody stumbling and fumbling and, ooh, we don't want to say that to offend the PlayStation fans. Look. Don't want to believe me? Don't want to believe me? Then we'll just believe the facts. Excuse me. Let's go to the facts. Let's use the facts here. Let's go to the facts. Jeff Ross. This is the creator. I believe he might be the creator of Siphon Filter. Somebody might correct me on that one. Siphon Filter, a great game. One of my favorite PlayStation exclusives back on the PlayStation 1. I actually enjoyed Siphon Filter. Metal Gear Solid had more of the pizzazz and the flair and the, you know what I mean? It was more of a spectacle. It was kind of like a Marvel movie, you know what I'm saying? But, some people just might have certain different tastes. So, some of you might like Spider-Man 3 and Welcome Home, or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, the Spider-Verse and things of that such. But some people just might think, hey, you know what? I think this movie right here, not with the same budget, not with the same pizzazz, not with the big time directors, but I felt like this movie right here was able to make a better movie than sitting here just making a piece, a nostalgia filled, things that might be more catered to a wider audience compared to a more sophisticated audience. And that's how I felt with Siphon Filter. I said, you know what? I think I like this more than I like Metal Gear, even though I did like Metal Gear back on the PS1 back in the day. At the time I left Sony, Days Gone had been out for a year and a half and a month and sold over 8 million copies. It's since gone on to sell more and then 1 million plus on Steam. Local studio management always made us feel like it was a big disappointment. Hashtag Days Gone. Hashtag PlayStation. He's responding to Sony coming out and telling the gaming media that Ghost of Tsushima did 8 million copies. Ghost of Tsushima reaches another fantastic milestone with over 8 million copies, and yet Days Gone did better than that. And Sony made the developers and the people that worked hard on that game, made it seem like it was a complete disappointment. It's interesting. So according to Sony, according to Jeff Ross, the numbers that these games are doing are pathetic. Sony fanboys have no buying power, and yet they have the most power on social media. So I would have appreciated that rant if she focused on the Sony fanboys. I would have really appreciated that, because those are the ones that were coming after you. Former Days Gone director says Sony made them feel like the game was a disappointment despite selling over 8 million copies. 8 million is a flop, man. We've been talking about this on this gosh-forsaken channel for so gosh-forsaken long. How these PlayStation games are nothing more than simple disasters Look at this. And Sony's got Ghost of Tsushima out here on their social media account, creating memes and things of that such, celebrating, and it's a flop. It's a flop. According to Sony, according to you and I, when you have a user base that's well with over 130 to 150 million users, these are flops. 8 million? You kidding me? Nintendo was doing those numbers when they had 50,000 units on the market. And to go all the way back up to this, Shadow Fox Infinite, I got a 2-for-1 on this one. It's amazing that gaming press is still thinking the horses races between Microsoft and Sony. To grant them clicks, while continuing to ignore that the Nintendo Switch is smoking both of these consoles and started the generation in 2017. While they're sitting around here and focusing on something that's so small, for real, what they're focused on is so small. The battle between PlayStation and Microsoft. It's a small battle. It's an insignificant battle. These sales are pathetic in comparison to what Nintendo Switch is doing. And yet, this is our gaming media. This is our gaming media that's focusing their time to attack us. And yet, these are the true idiots. The Microsoft and Sony battle right now is a complete and utter nothing burger. It's a nothing burger. These consoles are doing pathetic in comparison to Nintendo. And here's the real catch. The Nintendo Switch is having console shortages as well. The gaming media is so stupid that they're taking the battle to you, not knowing that we're the ones who are truly intelligent. I like her. I do. And I still do. But don't let them put the battery in your back. If I was able to talk to her, I would say, hey, man, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Because the day that you decide to stand up and fight the true fights, they'll take you out. They'll silence your voice. Yes, they gave you that moment right there to come after us, the gamers. But somebody that wants to speak up like that is going to speak up on something else. And that's where you'll be silenced. So if I was you, just focus on the gaming. If you have a problem with fanboys and sexists and things of that such, take it off of G4. Open up your own YouTube page and then fight that fight over there, you know? I wish you did it years ago, except for deciding to do it now in 2022 while everybody else is trying to get on the bandwagon of attacking men, especially gamers. And most importantly, say it's the Sony fanboys, because that's who it is. Do I want the Sony fanboys to be banned? Do I want them? Okay, if they're taking it too far, I guess, but with all due respect, no, I really don't. If people were meeting up and fighting and it was getting violent like how they do at sports arenas, when you have the Lakers versus the Celtics, when you have the Giants versus the Cowboys versus the Indians, and there's fighting and there's cursing and punching and kicking, then I can see. But that doesn't happen within the gaming community. Ain't nobody really trying to see those hands in the gaming community. It's all talk. But our true power is within spending. The spending. And how we come out as a community to completely ignore every single one of those terrible Sony exclusives. That's true power. We ignore Sony exclusives, do we not? Oh boy. Oh my God. What a bunch of flops, right? That's why they got to put them on the BZ. Pretty soon they're going to put it on the Xbox. Look at this. God of War Dev says it's awesome. People can now play the iconic game with an Xbox controller. Pretty soon they're going to be on the Xbox. MLB The Show. I've been saying this for a long time. I've been saying this for years. I've said when I started to see that, Microsoft was putting their games on other platforms, I said, that is dope. When I started to see Ori and the Blind Forest on the Nintendo Switch, when I started to see games like Wasteland 2 and 3 on the PlayStation and things of that such, I thought it was great. I thought that was an excellent idea. It was allowing people to eat. You know, the Cuphead developers were able to eat. The Ori and the Blind Forest developers were able to eat. They weren't allowing games to just sit there and just rot on a boring, unmitigated, terrible console where the highest sold games are NBA 2K, Madden, Call of Duty, and all the way at number 15, you finally get to a Sony exclusive. Developers are just starving on the PlayStation. Don't believe me? Ask Jim Ross or whatever that guy is that made Days Gone. And now the developers are getting excited because they're like, man, it's awesome that we're getting closer to eating because our games are able to be enjoyed. Hopefully they can go on the Xbox soon so we can start making some real damn money around here. Because Sony fanboys do not buy games. And yet got all this mouth and all this damn power. And I don't even know why. According to the gaming media, that being that toxic is a problem. But they never call out the Sony fanboys. They'll be quick to call out my channel, even though my channel is doing nothing more than saving gaming. And that's a problem for a lot of people. Let me acknowledge the chat room, make sure we're still live. Is everybody here? Are we still live, guys? The difference is Ori, Cuphead, etc. are actually good. That's true. Are we still live, guys? You never know. You never know. You get to speaking the gospel all of a sudden. Certain words are picked up on the algorithm. All of a sudden, boom, you're gone. Let me look at the like and dislike bar. And that's how I can really tell if people are here. Hold on. Let me look. Yeah, nobody's here. Nobody's here. Look at those likes. Where are the people at? Let me see how many times this video was shared. Just see. Nope, nobody's here. The stream is down, guys. Is the stream down? I think the stream is down, guys. The Last of Us cast with another W. They got some black girl. I've seen her somewhere before to play a child who's the girlfriend to what's her name? Eleanor? I didn't play that DLC. I didn't play the game, period. I played the beginning and I said, this is the stupidest thing I ever saw in my life, and I turned it off. I said, where's the damn game at? Oh, they came after my boy Jeff Ross, didn't they? Sony fanboys. It's always the Sony fanboys. People can be such dark-hearted bastards, man. It's always the Sony fanboys. Look. So glad Sony rejected your pitch for a sequel. Don't want someone with pronouns in his bio making me another boring open world Ubisoft game. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for laughing. I don't know if that was really dark. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was really dark-hearted. You know, I don't think this guy is really all that needed. But I know this is a Sony fanboy, because Sony fanboy, once Sony cancels something, all of a sudden here comes the Santa boy saying, "Man, who even liked it that, man?" I'm like, it's a Sony exclusive. Why are you attacking your own games? Sony cancels something, Sony drops something, Sony says something, and it can be part of their own company. And they'll, man, who even liked it that, man? Who cares, man? Nobody even liked it that anyway, man. Who cares, man? I'm so glad that they canceled it, man. They could focus on making more Little Big Planets. You'd be like, what? That's not an Xbox guy, trust me. Trust me, that's not an Xbox guy. Definitely not a Nintendo guy. We're too busy playing games. I can't believe that the PlayStation and Xbox, their exclusives combined, still do not match Nintendo, and yet they claim exclusives matter. And yet everybody on the internet is ignoring Nintendo. Here goes the old girl that was on G4 TV laughing out loud. They so mad. Yeah. If you look down on Troy, see, this is where your idol worshiping gets you. Can we get off course real quick? This is where your idol worshiping gets you. And I don't even blame you guys, because I don't think you guys look up to Troy Baker. Some of you don't even know who Troy Baker is. The only people that I know are Sony and Xbox fanboys. He does the voice acting for, Uncharted and The Last of Us and things of that such. And over the years, they have been trying to build this guy into some type of voice acting icon, especially Greg Miller and IGN. Me personally, I don't understand the idol worshiping of voice actors. I don't know. I know where it started, anime and video games, but I really don't understand the worshiping of, like, the idol worshiping for voice actors is weird to me. You know what I mean? That's the strangest thing that is the most demonic thing I've ever seen in my life. I know the Most High is literally just, I know he wants to grant another flood, even though he said he wasn't going to do it. I know the Most High says, I want to do another flood. Zobi, what I need you to do is gather up 2 animals of each kind and build a boat, because I'm about to flood this place. How dark and disgusting and creepy that we're idol worshiping voice actors. Show of hands. How many of you guys are worshiping voice actors, like the Goku voice actor or the Vegeta voice actor? Show of hands. How many of you guys are idol worshiping the Nathan Drake voice actor and the Joel voice actor? Quickly, give me your favorite voice actor in the chat room. That is the darkest and creepiest and weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. People are worshiping people that are over a microphone going, "Hey man, how you doing, dude?" What? When I was coming up back in the day, we never did that crap. We never did. That's some new age satanic Satanism right there. That's weird. And it's getting so bad that they're trying to capitalize off of your idol worshiping. Troy Baker has announced an NFT project for his voice. The man's finding ways to capitalize off of his voice because he knows there's idiots out there that are dumb enough to worship that. I could see if it was and I still think it's low of the low to worship somebody who's an actor, to worship somebody because they are currently in the lead spot at Sony or Microsoft, to worship somebody because they're the head of Pfizer, to worship somebody because they're the head of science. I can understand that. I still think it's the lowest of lows. I don't believe in worshiping anyone. No man. Only people I believe in worshiping is the Most High first, my father and my mother. That's it. I'm going to start paying my parents to use their voice. Hey, mom, here's a couple of $20. Mom, speaking to this microphone, here's a couple of bucks. I would rather do that. Save and record that voice for the future. You know what I mean? These people wouldn't even want their own father and mother's voices. But they're going to pay money to get Troy Baker's voice? The idol worshiping is so bad. Let me tell you how bad the idol worshiping nowadays. If I can go on a small rant. But this is the lowest of the lows, and I've been saying this for years. The idol worshiping is so bad that you rotten bastards, every single one of you, will forget your own mother's birthday, but will sit on Twitter and say, "Happy birthday, Phil Spencer." You bastards are so low that you will forget your own father's birthday, but you will say happy birthday to a fictional character and persona. Show of hands. Am I right or am I wrong? These bastards will wish Goku happy birthday, but will forget their own mother and father's birthday. Oh my God. You know, somebody got to text you to let you know, hey, you didn't call mom. It's the next day. Oh my God, I forgot to say happy birthday to my mom. Oh my God. Right? That's how bad the idol worship has come in this country, in this world, amongst you people. You people are the lowest of the lows. And now you're going to be sitting here and spending your hard-earned cash on somebody's voice? You didn't even know his voice was worth that much until the IGN staff and Greg Miller and Sony told you so. What the hell is so important about this man's voice where he feel like he can capitalize off of some type of NFT project? If I saw the man in the real world, I wouldn't even know who he is. Even if I saw him in the real world and he started talking, I wouldn't even know who he is because of his voice. I wouldn't know. Y'all need to get y'all need to get it together. For real. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them posting up some fictional character and everybody's going happy birthday, and yet you forgot your own mother and father's birthday. I'm tired of it. Let's get it together. Let's focus. These are the end times. We are losing people left and right. Let's start focusing on what's really important, okay? I can't believe the man has the unmitigated gall. I can't believe he thinks he has the balls to come out here and come up with some type of NFT project for his voice. That's all because of you. This man's a government agent, Logan Paul. He's the one that brung the strict laws and restrictions that we have on YouTube today. He just so happened to be walking in Japan. He just so happened to be walking through suicidal forest. He just so happened to have one of our Japanese brothers committing some type of atrocious, sinful crime, and he's got it all recorded on camera. And after his stunts, all of a sudden, strict rules and regulations have come to YouTube. And yet, he's the one making the most money off of YouTube. And meanwhile, your channels are being shadow banned. Meanwhile, your channels are being hidden. Meanwhile, your channels are doing this. And meanwhile, Logan Paul's refunded $3.5 million for fake Pokemon cards. He just so happened to spend $3.5 million on some Pokemon cards, right? The Pokemon cards just so happen to be fake. And now there's going to be strict fallouts. Fallout hits card collecting community. So not only is he bringing strict guidelines and rules to YouTube, now he's coming after Japan and their card collecting whatever because of him. Thanks, Logan Paul. Nobody talked about this. Hold on. Nobody talked about this. This was real quiet for some strange reason amongst the community, and I thought this was probably the most important thing to call out, to speak up and speak out about. But I didn't hear anybody talk about this, man, and I'm somewhat concerned, if you will. Yeah. Great. Hold on, guys. Please bear with me. We got a lot of notes here. The battle is on. The war is upon us. And it's not just from the gaming media. It's also with the gaming corporations as well. I'm afraid to say this, but and I know this is going to give me a lot of heat from people who worship Xbox. But you know that at the end of the day, it really isn't about friendship. I appreciate the friendships that I can build with people who are part of certain communities. At the end of the day, I'm fighting for all of us. I know right now you might not understand, but trust me, in the future you will. Trust me. We don't want to have another I told you so moment that we continue to have on this channel. We don't want these moments to keep happening because it's just going to turn into anger towards me, and I don't think it's really warranted. I'm a big boy, I can take it, but I don't think you should be angry at me. You should be angry at yourself that you let your worshiping of corporations and the good white man to not let you see the truth. There's a whole generation that are growing up where their social connection to the world is through video games. Phil Spencer tells Kara Swisher on today's episode of Sway. He's right. That's the reason why the war is on. That's the reason why the world is on. The war is on. This is the main reason why the war is on, because we have a generation of kids that are growing up, and the best way to get to those kids is through video games. The war is on. The war is on. They look at you guys as old fogies, old farts. They don't like you. They hate you. They want to get you the hell up out of here because of the power that you have. But if we can get this next generation of kids, man, if we can really make them feel like that they need us, if we can get them to worship us early on, if we can make it feel like they don't have any power, they don't have a voice. Phil Spencer's right. They tried to do it with the movies, but then that was a big failure. They tried to do it with the television shows. That was a big failure. Now the next target is video games and you. And trust me, they got a foul on all of y'all, including me. Hold on, let me see if I got some better notes. Oh, yeah, this is very important. I thought, I was like, whoa. Xbox Phil Spencer says Xbox Live isn't a free speech platform for politics. Oh, man. This was such big news, and yet nobody was paying attention to it. Xbox guys, I get it. For years, you've been bullied by Sony fanboys. You've been bullied by the gaming media. But like, you know, let's not let this, it might seem like a victory right now. The Xbox is selling 1-to-1 with the PlayStation. Forza and Halo was another Forza and another Halo game was a success. Starfield, Avowed, Fable, a lot of great games coming. I get it. But let's let council brand and council loyalty make us look the other way, because they're coming for us, man, and we need you guys. One thing I like about the Nintendo guys, man, Nintendo guys will call. Nintendo guys ain't never satisfied, man. Only way you can satisfy the Nintendo fans was with games. That's it. The politics, the idol worshiping, all of that, they don't give a damn about none of that, man. It can be aggravating at times, because you'd be like, damn, that was such a great Nintendo Direct. And then it's going to be a community of people that are going to be so upset that you didn't show something. Man, I was kind of hoping they were going to have Waluigi and Smash Brothers, but I guess I'll take Sora from, you know. You'd be like, damn, brother. They just showed off this game and that game and this game and this game. Man, I was kind of hoping they was going to show Mario Kart 9, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Trash, 3 out of 10, down, thumbs down. You'd be like, God, Nintendo fanboys care about those games. And that's, you know, and I respect that. This is what we're here for. I don't like when people tell me we can't have free speech. This is what America was built on. This is what Microsoft was built on. And Xbox Live, it was all about the access of free speech. But now they're talking about, man, you can't even talk politics on there. We're going to get you up off of there. Now that's interesting. I thought that was very interesting. When I get racism. They usually use the racism card to ban people, to bring on globalism, to take away people's rights. They start dangling the racism card around. Man, it's just so racist, man. We got to do something about this, man. What about all this racism, man? They always talk about how they need to stop racism, but you can't say anything derogatory about the Hispanic community. You can't say anything derogatory about the Caucasian community. A Caucasian man on Twitch was saying the C word. A white guy said the C word. He said, Ritz crackers. Ritz crackers. Ban his channel. You can't say anything about the Muslims. You can't say anything about the Taliban. You can't say nothing about nothing. But you can say the N-word. And yet we need to stop all this racism, right? I want to start. If there's one thing that I would say that even though I don't want to happen, but I would prefer if you would ban all these people of color, African Americans, majority immigrants, especially Puerto Ricans. I would have loved if they start banning channels for saying the N-word, but they don't. Every time I come on these Twitch streams and there's black people on there, and Puerto Ricans and Asians and Indians, N-word, 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 N-word. You'd be like, damn, this is just too excessive for an anime video game. For NBA 2K, we need to use 10 N-words in one sentence. It's never African Americans, though. You ever notice that? African Americans don't use the N-word like that. You go into an African American stream, only thing about the African Americans, he's usually giggling too much. Hey guys, you'd be like, damn, brother, calm down with the giggling. But anyway, platform, this is not a free speech platform for politics. I thought that was interesting. But what is funny is that they're the ones who are able to talk politics, right? They're the ones that come out to Activision and Blizzard when it pertains to work harassment and work this and this and that. It's funny that G4 could come on and talk about politics and not games, right? It's funny how this platform and that platform, Sony and Nintendo and all these people can come on here and Greg Miller and all of them can talk politics. But I'm afraid to think like, yo, they won't get banned for that. They haven't gotten in trouble for that. Even though Phil Spencer said this is not the platform to do it. I wonder what type of politics they're even talking about. Check this out, guys. Look. It's okay for them to talk politics, but when we talk politics, it's a problem. That's interesting. Adam Sessler from G4 TV, Tech TV. G4 host Adam Sessler, Republicans are stupid, racist, and drink piss. Previously wished his Republican family members would die. It's okay for them to talk politics. Adam Sessler, just so I can get it out of my system once for the day, Republicans are stupid, racist, and drink piss. Republicans have small parabola. They only swing between white nationalism and Nazism. This is Adam Sessler. Hot damn, Republicans are chicken crap. I'm afraid to think like maybe it's okay to talk politics if you're coming after Republicans. But if you say anything about the Democrats, are we going to be punished? Is that what it's going to be, Mr. Phil Spencer? It's okay to talk about the Republicans, but will it be okay to talk about the Democrats? Because that's what it seems like today, is that it's okay to call out the Republican and say some of the most meanest and cruelest and racist things, as long as they're Republican. Hold on, is this the right page? I'm on the wrong thing. Hold on, guys. But if it's Democrat, misinformation, block this page for misinformation, block that page for misinformation, block that Xbox account for misinformation. It's interesting. Very interesting. But check this out. This was the mega doozy right here. Xbox Phil Spencer calls for a cross-platform ban program. Oh my God. Does Phil Spencer even like gamers? Is Phil Spencer trying to kill gaming? Phil Spencer wants to make it to where that if we ban you off of Microsoft, we want you banned off of Nintendo, we want you banned off of PC, we want you banned off of PlayStation. Nobody has a problem with this. Because everybody's thinking, okay, it's the thing that they do with black people where they go, man, we gotta bring these strict rules and regulations because we want to stop racism, man. This is the only reason why we're doing this, man. And I go, well, I'm cool, man. You know, racism, okay, whatever. But all right, racism doesn't bother me. I mean, real racism bothers me, and not a troll in the comment section. That doesn't bother me. I'm talking about real racism. Real racism is we're going to give 400. I'm going to talk politics. We're going to give over $400,000 to illegal immigrants. But Americans, you only get $2,000. And some of us didn't even get those $2,000. We're going to bring in these illegal immigrants, give them over $400,000 to oppress you, especially the African American community. Because they're going to get these benefits and set-asides when they come over here, these illegal immigrants. That's going to put them over a class over the African American. And guess what they're going to call the African Americans? You lazy N-word. You are lazy. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. I work hard. Meanwhile, we just saw them get $480,000 from the Democrats. And they're telling you ain't working hard enough. And you ain't get jack. And the immigrants be the first one to step up and say, black people don't deserve nothing. And yet they're getting these $480,000 set-asides, telling their kids to stay away from those black people because they're lazy, they're criminals, they're monsters. And when they came from, they were the criminals. They were the monsters. That's the reason why they're here. They're running away from the criminals and the monsters. Anyway, that had nothing to do with anything. But check this out. A cross-platform ban. Phil Spencer wants to ban you from all gaming platforms. For what? Why? Why is it that serious? Hey, man, you suck, man. You suck, bro. You're terrible, man. Banned, right? From everything. We don't ever want to see you here again. I don't think I could buy it. After seeing this, guys, show of hands, can you buy an Xbox console after this? Because I'm afraid I might get banned. I might be trying to start the revolution. You never know. And I'm going to get banned above. Is that a bit too strong to say I could never buy an Xbox because Phil Spencer is calling for a cross-platform ban where I can't even get access to my Nintendo Switch games? I can't get access to my PlayStation. If there's one thing that I can reward PlayStation for, even though they do have a program right now where you can spy on people, they're spying on people, and you can tell on people. They got this tattletale program that's going on. But at least I can say I've never seen Jim Ryan come out and try to demonize the base. You know what I mean? That's something that I can say I appreciate Jim Ryan for. Finding ways to penalize the fan bases. Only Microsoft does that. Excuse me. Only Phil Spencer is coming up with these wacky ideas on ways to get you banned. Nobody sees a problem with that. Am I the only one? Am I just jumping out of the window? Am I the only one that's crazy here? Let me go to the chat room real quick. Robbie says, Xbox is killing gaming. You might get a false report across all platforms. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. We get banned off all these platforms. I'm like, what did I do? We're already having those problems right now on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, where people are getting blocked and banned and they don't even know why they did. And then they go back and they didn't break any rules. Why did you block me? Why did you ban me? Oops. Oh, sorry. You're not crazy, Zobia. Listen, I'm not trying to start a council war here. I'm not. I'm only doing this for you guys. I get it. Xbox has been doing bad for the past couple of years, but I don't give a damn about none of that. That's Xbox's problem. Xbox should have been doing better. It's not enough for us to stand up for Xbox. Xbox should have did better. And I don't want to suffer because Xbox is the one that made the mistakes. But okay, all right. The Xbox guys gonna be mad at me again. It is what it is. It is what it is. I missed the donation. Thank you so much. Let me get on that. Let me get on that, man. Because my peoples, man, you guys are the most important ones. I'm not going to sit here like the rest of these gaming developers, Jeff Keighley and Phil Spencer, acknowledging the developers. Get the hell out of here, man. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Solo Mitch. Wow. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. So thank you so much. Sony fanboys are sitting around making sloppy Joe reviews instead of playing the games. I don't even know what the Sony fanboys are doing. They left me alone. I want to say they left me alone for about like a year now. They are like I don't even exist, which is a good thing. Before they were attacking me and they thought they had the one up on me, but now everything that I've been saying has turned out to be true. So now they're afraid. They're like, let me leave that motherfucker alone because he knows what the hell he's talking about. Everything has backfired. Everything has backfired. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Thank you so much, Solo. Listen, I'm not trying to make this an attack on Xbox. I'm just concerned. We can't talk politics on Microsoft, on Xbox. We can't, he wants to get his ban from all platforms. He's talking about the new generations that's coming in, and we need to sculpt and mold their minds to fit our agenda. It seems like he comes out and Phil Spencer says he doesn't like the council war. He hates the council war. He wants nothing to do with the council war. A lot of people be like, I'll be looking at a lot of guys on Twitter and they be like, oh my God, Phil Spencer followed me, man. This is exciting. I'd be like, oh my God, man, you are being watched. I don't want no big time people. Excuse me. In order to you guys, they're big time, but I don't want any of these motherfuckers following me. If I ever blew up to be super big, I wouldn't even get that check on the side of my platform, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I wouldn't even get that little blue check on the side of my thing. I wouldn't. That's a target right there. That little blue check that everybody's fighting to get for whatever strange reason. I'm like, I don't want it. Don't put that check on my goddamn thing. I don't want people to know, because I get the tweeting and then they're going to be like, hey, is that you? Because that account said it's verified in your name with that blue check. Did you say that? Not that I'm hiding or anything like that, but still, I don't want people using what I say in the court of law or a way to get me silenced or banned. Y'all better slow down, man. Y'all better slow down. The things that you thought were sugar is really shit. The things that you guys are looking up to is going to cause a lot of pain and suffering in this lifetime that we're living in. Wake up. The war is on. And you're the target. Trust me, these people are not mad at me because of the things I'm saying. They're mad at me because I'm waking you up. When Phil Spencer comes on and says politics, he's talking about me. Who else talks politics and gaming besides the liberals? But they're okay with that. But who else has an opposing view? Not just me. There's also other platforms that I see on YouTube, geeks and gamers, that they want to get banned. But still, Zelda, thank you so much for the donation, brother. Thank you so much. All right, let me go to my notes. Do we got anything else we can talk about here that's worth of value? Let's see. Oh, guys, make sure you check out my new monthly series. I got a couple of monthly series that I'll be bringing into 2022. I have a new series. I think I'm going to turn it into a podcast as well. Let me know in the comments section if you guys wanted me to create a I Love JRPG series, so that, the X-Tendo podcast gets a little heavy, gets a little thick. I know I cannot do the conspiratorial podcasts. I know I cannot do the conspiratorial podcast. I finally understand that because of last week's episode, my lowest viewed episode, where I was calling out racism within Sony and Horizon Forbidden West. It got thick for people. It got real heavy. Go back and watch that last video. I know you missed it. Look at that comment section and look how heavy it got. The same people that were on that comment section I was throwing a little bit of conspiratorial into there, are not here today. Got a little heavy. Got a little bit of on the conspiratorial side. Lets me know I can't do it. It's conspiratorial podcast is officially canceled. I threw a little bit of conspiratorial for y'all. I threw you guys a little bit of a curveball just to test it out. Y'all didn't want that. I said, man, go back to talking about video games. You guys be messing up your own privileges. I don't understand. Y'all be messing up your own blessings. As of right now, Conspiratorial Podcast is canceled. I did not like what I saw last week. Y'all are not ready for the, because when I go conspiracy, I'm going to go conspiracy. I'm going to take it there. And y'all don't want that. Y'all told me to go back and read the comment section. We had a black immigrant come in talking about, what's this got to do with gaming, man? Yeah. I know it has nothing to do with gaming. It's a conspiratorial. I'm giving you guys a taste of what's coming. Y'all did not like it. But yes, there is a monthly series I will be doing where we will be talking about JRPGs. I love JRPGs. It's something I've always wanted to do on my channel. It's in a style of breaking down all of the news and the information of JRPGs, rumors, updates, you know what I'm saying, announcements, where we'll just be laying it out in a video. It's all previously recorded, and I might turn that into a podcast, a weekly podcast to go with the X-Tendo podcast, where we're just going to strictly just talk about JRPGs or just Japanese games. Let me know if you guys would like something like that. What else? What else we got here?
Plays a lot of, they got me when they got Bethesda. I play a ton of Bethesda games. And my other core developer that I play a ton of their games is Ubisoft. Financially, I have to look at the money.
Yeah.
And I have to look at where I'm going to invest my money and where I'm going to spend it. And Sony's lost me. Like, they're gone. Like, I am 100% selling my PS5. There's no point. I have other things to spend my money on. I'm a parent, and that's for me. So I can get that $1,000 for this console and everything. I can get my money back, and that money can go towards something I can do with my family, or I could just save that money. But I don't need to continue to pay for PlayStation Plus, because that to me right now is a waste of my money, and I don't want to waste my money anymore in life.
Whoa! Whoa!
Are you kidding me? What is going on?
156 days since I last turned on my PS5, but it's go time now, baby. It's go time now. We got Halo on the way, and guess what? Xbox has got nothing. You got nothing but nail polish. That's it. We're just going to ignore the last 6 months of anywhere between 85 to 92 Metacritic score games where PlayStation had none. We're going to ignore all that because Xbox got nothing till Starfield, and Starfield is still coming to PS5 somehow, some way. Let's get to it, man. We got to pump up and get ready. Pegasus squats.
I can't. Okay, no.
The Sony fanboys are getting ready. They're gearing up. We caught the Sony fanboys. They're getting ready. Oh, another warehouse of PlayStation games. PlayStation consoles spotted. Another damn warehouse. And this time they tried to fill it out with Xbox consoles to not make it seem so, another warehouse discovering stacks of PlayStations. Very interesting. Very interesting. Sarah Bond, every child deserves to have this moment. Mom, 2-year-old son thought Encanto character was him. The hell's Encanto? I don't really want to. I don't want the corporations. I get it. The corporations are patting themselves on the back because they're being so progressive, because they're bringing me black characters. I never had that mindset. I never had that mindset. I never will have that mindset. I wasn't watching G4 back in the day and thinking, man, you know what would be great? If they had a black guy on there talking about the games. That's corny. You know what was, when I was thinking back in the day, damn, I would love if I had my own show where I could talk about video games. That's the thing. When my sister was a kid, we didn't do that. We didn't want to see. We got mad when we saw black characters. Like, damn, we made that character first before that. You know what I mean? Me and my sisters get upset because we never believed in building up the plantation. We always built in building our own nation. And I get it. This is a beautiful thing. It's very moralic. It makes Microsoft look good. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's a big thing for the babies and the kids. But I always wanted to build my own, except for having Disney, the corporations, do it for me. And the corporations are trying to make it to the point where they can destroy all other platforms. And now we all have to go to them to get our morality. Yeah, guys, I think that's it. There's a lot more notes here, but I don't think it has anything to do. If we're going to build products for everybody in the world, you need to represent everybody in the world. Yes, Sarah Blonde, the Black woman, bringing in globalism. We need to create products for everybody. I never thought that gaming was so segregated. I never thought that. I never thought that the problem with gaming was there was just too many white cis men. I never thought that. I did think that there was not many black characters in video games, but I didn't care. I didn't care. I actually thought gaming was the only platform that actually did black characters respectively. Sometimes you'll watch a movie and you'll see some black characters with skirts and stuff on. You'll be like, what in the hell is going on? But characters like Jax from Mortal Kombat, characters like CJ and San Andreas, Barrett, Mike Tyson, Punch-Out. I always thought black representation in video games was very well done compared to any other platform, especially Hollywood. You watch a trailer, you're like, oh snap, they're gonna have this black character in this new movie. I'm about to go check out my brother, man. And then you go and they killed the character off in the first 10 minutes. Or it'd be some type of black trauma, you know. You'd be like, damn, what in the hell? That was traumatic. That's one of the reasons why I can't watch this new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air show that's coming out. The trailer was cool, but I know there's going to be something in the show that's going to be like, oh, that was a little questionable. Why is he gay? Why did they make what's the character's name? Why did they make what was Will Smith's best friend's name? Jazz? Why did they make Jazz gay? You'd be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Some type of black trauma. My bad, I'm going too deep into conspiracy, and I said I wasn't going to do that. Yes, oh, it's beautiful. Sarah Bond, way, representation, yay, yippee, yippee, yay, wee. I don't know. It's concerning for me. It just seems like corporations are just trying to get more people involved into buying their crappy products. Just make games and people will buy that. Yeah. I think that's it, guys. We'll be back next week. But like I said, I've made the video called I Love JRPGs. It's a new monthly hit series that we'll be going over Japanese games. It's a little bit, it's kind of a parody though. It's a parody of the things that you will see that's coming on. You guys know that I love comedy. I love laughing. I love to make people laugh. So it's going to be a little bit of a twist of comedy and things like that stuff. Why do they keep promoting The Last of Us? The Last of Us 2 was an unmitigated disaster. It was a flop. It was. And every day they continue to keep promoting The Last of Us, and it's getting real weird. It flopped. It failed. It's over. They were really, really banking on The Last of Us being this hit, being this success, and it's not. It wasn't. It failed. It flopped. Why? Because of us, because of our voice, because of the power that we have and the power that these people are jealous of. Every day. Look at this, guys. This guy looks like an idiot. What is this? Look at this, man. A side-by-side comparison. Who cares? They've been doing what is this thing for years, man, going all the way back to NBA Live on the PlayStation 1. My God. And look at this. This is another thing, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Look. Nick Offerman cast as Bill in HBO's The Last of Us. First of all, who the hell is Bill? Does anybody know who Bill is? I have no idea who the hell Bill is. Why are they talking about Bill like he's some type of household name, like Mario or something? Like Zelda, like Link, like Kirby. Kirby! Does anybody, let me go to the chat room. Who the hell is Bill? Even the chat room doesn't even know who Bill is. Yeah. The only Bill I know was from King of the Hill. Yeah, the chat room doesn't even know who he is. Okay, all right. Nick is going to be playing Bill. Well, congratulations, Nick. You made it. I guess it might be a career ender because I don't know who the hell is going to be watching The Last of Us television series. Yeah, right here, Miyamoto. Thanks fans. Thanks the fans. That's what I like about Nintendo. That's why I like about the I Love JRPG series is we have to do this series, guys. It's so important. It's right on time, too. Everything I do is right on time. It's before its time, and it's right on time. Because the gaming media wants to get Japanese games up out of here. There is a war on Japan when it pertains to Japanese games and all Japanese media. There's also a battle with Japanese anime as well. They want to get all Japanese programming out of here because Japanese is not getting in line when it pertains to globalism. The global plan that they have. People are confused and concerned. They're like, why are they showing some of the most graphic things and yet they're banning Japanese characters? Hold on, let me see if I can show you guys this. Hold on. Let me go to my notes. Xbox fanboys, I'm going to ignore that nail polish line you guys got going on. I'm going to ignore that for now. But I'll say this. Who's the he bitch now? Let's see. Here we go. Sony's using Nintendo characters to sell their PS5. Disgusting. Let's see. I Love JRPGs. It's right on time, guys. It's right on time. It's before its time, but it's right on time. Everything I do is before its time, but it's right on time. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, look at this, guys. Here in the West, YouTube allows naked yoga. YouTube allows other nudity. YouTube even allows and sells cannibal holocaust on its platforms. Yet they just gave a 2 community strike to Spooky Rice and prevented him from uploading from 2 weeks because he dared to talk about graphic scenes in a manga without showing it, talking about it. He was talking about the scenes in a manga, and yet they allow Abby getting rammed in the anal canal and The Last of Us 2. They allow lesbians kissing and they allow blatant disrespect of the masculine principle, but let you show off some type of, or just even talk about anything that pertains to Japan. Guys, they're going to try to ban Nintendo. That's why they ignore Nintendo so much. They're going to ignore Japanese games. And they're coming from the manga as well. Yeah. There's a war, guys. There's a war. And they're coming after people like us. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. Yeah. Top 100 games list was dominated by Classic, Enix, Squaresoft, and Nintendo. Yeah. Xbox fell down. Yeah. Nail polish. Yeah. Who's the he bitch now, huh? All right, guys. I got to go. Thank you guys so much for participating in today's podcast. We'll be back next week. Let me know if you guys want the this new podcast I'm working on. I love JRPGs. Well, you know, and make sure you catch that video as well. They shadow banned that video. The I Love JRPGs series. Not many people caught it in their subscription box. It's a good video. Very funny. Very good video. I'm still new to editing, so my editing skills aren't that. Oh, y'all should have seen the original video that I did. I posted it, but YouTube copyright claims all the music. It was like going to the club. The music I was using, it was lit. The music was lit, but Namco Bandai and a couple of other people, they wouldn't allow me to post trailer images and stuff like that and using music. So I had to take out a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think in the next 6 months, my editing skills are going to get a lot better because, the wheels are turning and I'm trying to find new ways to entertain you guys, and not only entertain, enlighten you guys on the Japanese games that will be coming out throughout the year. This I Love JRPG series is going to be a hit. It's going to be a mega hit. It's going to be great. Yo, Mario, what's up, man? The I Love Japanese video games was good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to be doing that once a month. I was supposed to have that video out on the 1st, but I got sick. I got sick on Christmas. But I'm feeling like myself again. The creative juices are flowing once again. The X-Tendo podcast is going nowhere. Even though we're going a little bit global. I don't want to say we're going global, but we're just we got to acknowledge Japan, man. They're the only ones that's really bringing us gaming. Oh, and in the video with this, shout out to Zelda Breath of the Wild. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Hold on, did I put it in my notes? Can we talk about Zelda Breath of the Wild real quick, guys, before we get up out of here? Oh, and did you guys see the Bidolph big stand? That was the best thing I saw from Pokemon since the 90s. This was so good. Bidolph's big stand. It was a short little mini series of Bidolph, and it was very good and emotional too. I was getting very emotional watching it. Very good. Very good. Best thing I've seen from Pokemon animated wise since the 90s. Since the 90s. Very good. That Kirby trailer looks really good. At first, when I first saw the Kirby trailer, I was like, but it looks good. Looks very good. Looks very good. Very promising. As of today, it's been 5 years since this glorious trailer. This trailer right here. Hold on real quick. 5 years. This trailer right here was shown off for Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I remember this trailer because this trailer, no lie, made me cry. Tears. I'm not lying. I saw this trailer and I cried because I knew this trailer and I knew this game was going to save gaming. There was a very dark period in gaming from 2010 to 2016. It was very dark, very scary. The gaming media was only focused on promoting PlayStation and Dude Bro games. the Ubisoft games, the Call of Duties, the casualization of Western RPGs that I love so much, the casualization of Square Enix Final Fantasy. That was a very, very, for us real gamers, and you guys know who you are. Some people go, man, what are you talking about? That was a great time. No, that was a very dark, dark time. Japanese games were being ignored all over the world. I was the only one that was talking about Japanese games. I was the only one. And I got destroyed for it here on this channel. Not everybody's talking about JRPGs. And everybody thinks I'm jumping on the bandwagon when I was the first one. But when I saw this trailer right here, I cried tears of joy because I said, gaming is back. When I saw this trailer, I said, gaming is back. It's back. And that was 5 years ago. And these have been the best 5 years of my life. The only thing that's been going on these past 5 years, now that Nintendo is dominating in gaming, now the liberal Caucasian media wants to start talking politics. They won't let us talk politics, but now they want to talk politics. Now they want to be moral. But let's give it up to Zelda Breath of the Wild for saving gaming. And not only that, killing, destroying AAA gaming. AAA gaming has been stumbling and fumbling in the last 5 years, right? All of the games that they claimed that were going to be mega hits flopped, out of here, gone. Mass Effect, gone. The Last of Us, gone, out of here, finished. Call of Duty, out of here, gone, finish. Ubisoft, out of here, gone, finish. Battlefield, out of here, gone, finished. Nobody cares about those games anymore. Only thing people care about is the release of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Yes, the gaming media will make you think that Horizon Zero Dawn, please. I don't know anybody that's excited for Horizon Forbidden West. Nobody. And yet Horizon Forbidden West stole from Zelda Breath of the Wild. Thank you, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Thank you so much. I love you so much. You are in my top 10 video games of all time, if not number one. If not number one. You saved gaming, Zelda Breath of the Wild. You saved gaming. You saved gaming. No, not Halo. No, not another damn Forza. Definitely not The Last of Us 2. Definitely not the Final Fantasy VII remake. It was you, Zelda. It was you. It was you. Thank you so much. And I thank you all. Episode 42 of the X-Tendo podcast, starring your gracious hosts, the Zelda Breath of the Wild of Gaming, Zobi70. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. We're going live on Twitch. We're going live on Twitch right now. We're playing Demon Slayer. If you have Demon Slayer, PlayStation 4, add me, Cool Nerds. I'm looking for some fights. We're going on live on Twitch. Give me about 30 minutes. We'll be on Twitch. The link will be in the description. I'll see you guys next week. Are you still going to support Miyazaki with Elden Ring? Hell no. Miyazaki's a fraud. And if the Duke Bros are excited for it, then you definitely know not to buy that bull crap. I saw Duke Bros getting excited. I said, oh, Miyazaki's a fraud. The best Dark Souls is the one he didn't make. That's Dark Souls 2. Punishment. What's going on, brother? So the Breath of the Wild 1 and Mario Odyssey save gaming. Yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Elden Ring is finished. Yeah, the real gamers know. We can spot a fake gamer from a mile away, right? Real gamer, right here, right? But somebody talking about Elden Ring, we go, oh, uh-oh. Right? You know, we off that, man. We on to real games. We on to real games. Are we not?